Welcome to Dai Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. Typhoon Kai-tak swept through the Philippines, bringing great damage to many provinces. Among the affected areas, Ormoc Dai village also suffered a severe flood. More than 1,000 households in this village have been housed in temporary shelters. Recently, volunteers from Saji Philippines chapter flew from Manila to the disaster areas to care for the flood victims.
City volunteers flew from Manila to Cebu and then from Cebu to Ormoc. As soon as the disaster victims saw the volunteers, they could not hold back their tears.
My husband was almost killed by the flash flood. Fortunately, someone found him and gave him a hand. He drifted ashore with a plastic bucket.
Yun ang sinakyan na padulong 3-in-1. Wala na kami wala natitira. Lahat ka lang.
All of my belongings were destroyed. I feel heartbroken.
Sakit.
Volunteers let the affected residents know that they can feel for their moods.
Sakit sa among kasing-kasing kay love mo namo ang ato ang great love village diha, di ba?
We feel heartbroken because we love the Da'ai village, which is built with our efforts, tears, and sweat.
Volunteers from Palo have been cooking in a temporary shelter for several days after the disaster.
Although we have been affected by the typhoon, we think Ormoc needs us. At least we can still get through this tough time.
Currently, 1,549 households from the Dai village have been housed in the junior high school and the health center. Stepping into the Dai village, the thing the volunteers want to do the most is to give local residents encouragement.
If it is not because of Typhoon Haiyan, we would not develop a friendship. We can feel for your suffering. You must be strong and do not lose hope.
With volunteers' help, many villagers have returned home from the temporary shelter to clean up debris after the disaster.
We have never experienced such a flood in the Da'ai village since we moved here 2 years ago. This time the flood was caused by the heavy rain, which lasted for 3 days. I love the Da'ai village. This is our home, and I never think of moving out of here.
The most important thing is that we are still alive and we have a home to return. Although our home was flooded, we still have the house to live and we can rebuild our life. I believe as long as we help each other, we can get back on our feet for sure.